Phase 1 an assessment-only WhatsApp group. This platform allows you to connect with fellow trainees and share best practice with one another. It is one of the most valuable and effective resources for our trainees, serving as a hub for collaboration, networking, and sharing experiences among trainees. How to join? You can either join the Phase 1 and assessment-only WhatsApp group by scanning the QR code or clicking the link on your Phase 1 course page. Tutor groups. These run fortnightly on a Wednesday. The Grad2Teach tutor groups are a dynamic space where student-led sessions, guided by our partnerships team, fosters collaboration, sharing of best practices, and a supportive environment. Navigating the journey of training to teach can be challenging, but within our tutor groups you'll find a community that understands the highs and lows. These sessions aren't about discussing specific issues with your role or your school's support. Instead, they focus on empowering you through shared experiences and collective wisdom. While our teaching and learning team is always available for support, we encourage trainees to take ownership of these sessions. Your feedback and suggestions shape the direction of our discussions and activities, ensuring that we cover topics that are meaningful and relevant to you. In a Tech Engage app, Grad2Teach Benefits portal, this is where you will be able to do the following. Access your e-payslips, P60s and pension link in one place, report your absences, access an online GP for you and your family who can diagnose over the phone, Skype and or FaceTime, and if required, prescription services are also available. Private medical estimations and access, 24-hour helplines, 7 days a week confidential emotional counselling and other support helplines, discounted gym memberships and joining fees, access to great healthy recipes and keep fit advice and videos. If you have not registered to our benefits portal yet, please click the link in our materials tab. You will need the code 3557 to join the app.
Hello, my name's Chris. I'm the director and co-founder of Grad2Teach. It's ultimately going to be myself and Alex Braithwaite, our course manager, who are responsible for aiding you in navigating your journey all the way to qualified teacher status. While your partnerships coordinators and your teaching and learning team are naturally going to be in contact with you more regularly and more often your first point of contact, I would be responsible for any HR queries, including salary, holiday pay, leaves, any issues with your main school placement or your contrasting school placement that we can make sure that we are supporting you with would need to come directly to me. I'm still actively involved in the day-to-day running of the company, and you may well be assigned to my tutor group and have more regular contact with me. I also take a lead and quite often aid trainees with their applications for phase 2, in particular the employed PGCE with our partners, the National Institute of Teaching and Education. Thank you very much for watching. Very much look to getting QTS together.
Hello, I am Alex. I'm the course leader here at Grad2Teach, and together with Chris, we founded the company back in 2019 with the hope of creating a fairer, more economically viable option for anybody to train to teach here in the UK, and that is career changers and graduates, of course. You will largely find me having sort of key oversight of the PGCE in phase 2. Anyone out there who is an assessment only trainee, you'll work very closely with me. Those of you on phase 1, you might have some contact with me, though you're probably looking more likely to start liaising directly with me sort of when you join phase 2, as that's kind of my sort of main area. I sort out your contrasting placements. You are very welcome to get in touch with me ahead of time, either before your PGCE starts or right at the beginning of your PGCE, to discuss specific schools for your placement. Other than that, you can ask me anything, really. I'm always happy to answer questions, be it about the course, be it about the PGCE, anything that isn't available online, specific questions about what you can expect, anything that sort of sits outside of your regular partnerships coordinator relationship that you have. I'm very, very happy to kind of fill in any gaps. I work with both the teaching and learning team and the partnerships team, so I'm very happy to, again, answer questions that kind of sit alongside both or outside of one team and more more inside the other. And as I say, those of you who are on assessment only, you'll work very closely with me throughout your time. That will be both prior to your assessment and during your assessment. I'll pair you with your portfolio and with your interview and application to the university. And as I say, you can always ask me anything outside of that. We're always here to help. And I love supporting our trainees. Good luck on the course.
Hello there, my name's Michelle Ellis-Tipton and I'm the Teaching and Learning Lead for Grad2Teach. My own teaching journey began in 2004 when I started teacher training to teach English in secondary schools. I then went on to teach at 2 comprehensive schools in Nottinghamshire before joining a big college in the centre of town as a teacher trainer and advanced practitioner. And then after I'd worked as an advanced practitioner and teacher trainer, I realised how much I really enjoyed the teacher training aspect of the job and doing the observations and supporting people's professional development. And that led me to this role at Grad2Teach as the teaching and learning lead. I would say my own perspective on training new teachers is that whilst I don't always look for shortcuts exactly, I'm very, very keen on helping new teachers coming through to recognise where it's worth spending time to have impact and where things aren't worth your time or your effort or your energy, because the most important thing is that you enjoy the job and you put your efforts and energy and thoughts into things which are going to make a real difference to children and help you to make a good contribution to your school staff and your wider community. So I look forward to training you and I look forward to meeting you in person at some of our teaching events over the next academic year. Cheerio for now.
Hello, my name is April Elsmore and I am the Programme Lead as part of the Teaching and Learning team at Grad2Teach. I was a teacher for 31 years in 7 different schools across the country, where I had so many different roles, such as head of departments of different subjects, a teaching and learning lead, and in my final school, assistant head teacher. I taught many different subjects, 7 subjects at A-level, 8 subjects at Key Stage 4, and 3 subjects at Key Stage 3. I'm so pleased to be able to continue to support and work with trainees in my role at Grad2Teach. I really enjoy seeing trainees develop and grow professionally into outstanding teachers. And I believe the Phase 1 programme is an excellent foundation at the start of your teaching career. I'm looking forward to working with you at Grad2Teach this year. All the best in the start of your teaching career.
As part of my role, I ensure the success of the teacher training programme by developing and delivering training content. This includes managing training logistics and ensuring continuous improvement of course materials. I work closely with the course manager and teaching and learning lead to monitor training progress and maintain strong communication with our partner schools. I also contribute to the professional development of the trainees and mentors, and I assist with trainee support plans. So before joining Grad2Teach, I worked as a junior paralegal at an anti-death penalty NGO, a legal assistant and a regional support coordinator. I then became a primary school teacher where I worked across Key Stage 1 and 2. And I took on roles such as a RE and PE subject leader, a school recovery program leader, and a phonics intervention specialist. I joined Grad2Teach because fundamentally I believe in the importance of making the education sector inclusive, and for career changes, parents, or anyone needing financial stability, training as a teacher can be challenging without a salary. So it's essential to provide paid training opportunities to attract diverse talent, but also fundamentally, pupils should be able to relate to their teachers. And that means having educators from all walks of life in the classroom.
Hi there, my name is Anna. I'm a partnerships coordinator here at Grad2Teach. My main responsibility here is to ensure that our trainees are picked up at application and are informed as much as possible about our programme, ensuring we are the route for them, and taking them through the whole process of application, being placed in a partner school of ours, and achieving QTS. So my role here is integral at every part of our trainees' journey on our programme. We ensure that we are able to obtain comfortable placements for our trainees by establishing relationships with schools across the country and maintaining those relationships so that they are able to supply our trainees with effective and very well curated placements for our trainees to be as successful to QTS as possible.
What's a partnerships coordinator do?
I support trainees and help get them into schools.
Okay, how do you do that?
By getting on the phone to schools and speaking to them, and sending emails, mailers, all that kind of stuff to make sure that we can get them a placement.
Do you support them when you after they've been placed?
Yes.
How?
In a pastoral way. So we are there to support them if they want to have a chat about anything or need some advice on teaching and learning, sort of. And yeah, that type of thing.
Do you know anything about education, any previous careers or talents that would be useful to mention?
Maybe a little bit. Yeah, I've been a head teacher and have been teaching for 18 years.
The ability to connect fantastic candidates with schools that are either in my area that I know personally or across the country, to be able to allow these individuals to excel and blossom into hopefully fantastic qualified teachers, really, keeps me going every single day to make sure that we provide schools with the best teachers possible.
Hello everyone, my name is Ornella Shasola Alonge and I am one of the professional assessors here at Grad2Teach. In terms of my background, I am a consultant, I'm an educational consultant. I specialise in teacher development, so I work with trainees as well as school leaders and I facilitate CPD too. Prior to that, I was a head of department and I worked in inner city London schools and led languages departments. During that time, I learned so much about teaching. I learned so much about aspects of teaching, such as behaviour management, and I really look forward to imparting some of the tips that I learned to hopefully make your journey easier. Teaching is a very rewarding and challenging profession. And if I had a tip to share with you, it would be not to be so hard on yourself. At the end of every day, something that I found worked for me during my time as a teacher was to reflect on the strengths of that day and to also reflect on the areas that might need a bit of tweaking. And I would always seek to make the next day a better day.
Hello, my name's Jason Gilman Hughes and I'm one of the professional assessors for Grad2Teach. I want to say a little bit about the role. So my role is really to support you throughout the process, to provide first of all feedback on your own reflections and maybe lesson plans and the kind of paperwork you'll be submitting online, to sort of celebrate the things that are going well for you, acknowledge the things that you are doing well, and also to provide some developmental feedback, some suggestions and things to think about, maybe some tips if I've got anything that I think might be useful. I also carry out visits to schools, so I come and do some joint observations with your in-school mentor. So that's to provide you some more feedback, to see that things are going well, and to check really that you're getting the right kind of feedback from your mentor. So because part of my role is also to see that you're getting what you're entitled to from the school when you're placed there. And the final thing is I'm also there as a source of support. You'll have my email address and I'm quite happy to give out my phone number too, so if things are tricky at any point or you have any questions, I can be there to help you. Now, in terms of my own experience, I've got about 25 years or so of working experience in schools. Most recently I was a head teacher. Before that I was a SENCO, I was a deputy head obviously, in primary schools. But I've now got a lot of experience within initial teacher training, initial teacher education, and I've worked within that realm for about 5 or 6 years now. I also work for a university. I'm also a foster parent and an education advisor for an adoption agency, because I've got quite an interest and passion for the education of caring experienced children, because it can often be a very challenging time for them. And I provide some lecturing for a university, so quite a mixed portfolio of work that I do at the moment, which I love, because education is still a passion of mine. And finally, I want to give you a bit of advice. If I was to offer any advice to you, I'd say, first of all, pace yourself, because it's a very busy time when you're in schools, and it's sometimes tempting to want to do everything straight away, but take your time. There's going to be plenty of time to do things, and you'll be busy, and you need to make sure you've got enough energy. And the second thing I'd always say is ask lots of questions.
Hi everyone, my name is Helen Wingate, and I am one of the professional assessors for Grad to Teach. I started my career in 1999 when I started as a music teacher in a secondary school in Bedfordshire, and from that I very quickly progressed up to head of department and then up to the head of expressive arts faculty before moving on to an assistant head teacher in Staffordshire. I currently work for Luton Music Service with the primary children, so in the primary sector, and I go around teaching whole class instrumental lessons in various schools within Luton. Within my role, I've line managed many people within my own department and other departments as well. I have worked on mock Ofsted reports to actually do mock Ofsteds across the school, so that we can see how progression is being made. And I've also put action plans in place for those departments that need that support. I have been coaching staff throughout my department and other departments. And I have also worked with training teachers on things like assessment for learning and looking at peer and self-assessment to involve some of those things. So throughout my career, I've taught from year 2 up to year 13 in music, but other subjects as well, including business studies, English, maths, geography. So I covered quite a whole range of subjects and year groups. I have really enjoyed my teaching career. It is hard work, and you have to realise that there are a lot of hours you have to put in, but it is also very important to have a work-life balance. The rewards you get from working with students is amazing. Just seeing from a primary school child knowing how to play chord C on a ukulele to seeing your A-level students get their place at university because you've managed to help them to get there. It is the most rewarding job in the world.
Hi, I'm Rachel Creamer from Grad to Teach. I'm one of the professional assessors. I've been working in education for 20 years. I started my career in a village school and then moved to a large town school. In the village school, I worked in mixed age classes and then worked across Key Stage 1 and Key Stage 2 in all the different year groups. So I had a very varied start to my career. I took on the role of Senko soon after my initial teacher training and became assistant head. And in that role, I got lots of experience working with other senior leaders and did mentor training and became an SLE where I was doing school-to-school support, supporting other teachers and senior leaders to develop the teaching approaches and leadership and management in their schools. I worked with a local teaching school and the local authority on lots of project work where I developed myself as a mentor of other professionals, and that has given me the skills and experience. It's excellent when you work with other schools to get that opportunity to see other professionals and how they work and get lots of ideas on how to support other professionals. So that's something that will be a key part of what I'll be encouraging you to do, is to get out there and see others and cherry pick how things work for them to develop your own teaching. I feel particularly passionate about inclusion and adaptive teaching and making sure that the needs of all children are met and keeping that pace going while keeping everybody with you. I'm hugely empathetic to this challenging time in your career where you're trying to balance workload, and keeping a work-life balance can be tricky. So I have lots of ideas on how to support you with that, as well as actually developing yourself as a professional. I'm really looking forward to working collaboratively, bringing my expertise and your skills together to develop you into an excellent teacher and educator. I look forward to working together and being part of your journey.
Hello, my name's Mike Fish and I've been a professional assessor with Grad2Teach since May 2024. I've been a teacher since graduating in 1999 and I've taught in various schools around Cambridgeshire since then. The latter half of my career has been as a primary head teacher, and having had several headships, I stepped out of that at the end of 2023 to explore some wider roles within education. I've always very much enjoyed working with trainees. I think that's such a valuable role to have, supporting colleagues as they come into the profession. Being a teacher is a fantastic job. It's so rewarding, but has its challenges, and helping colleagues work out how to meet those challenges and work effectively in the classroom, and also in terms of planning and paperwork as well, is something that I really enjoy. So I look forward to working with some of you.
Hi, my name is Gabrielle Jones and I'm here to support Grad2Teach trainees by helping you to reflect and think about what you're doing well as what you might be thinking about working on. I will be commenting on your lesson observations and your lesson plans, as well as your learning journal, asking you questions to prompt your thinking further, and celebrating the wins that you have in your journey, as well as giving you tips to improve in the places that you want to. I've had 25 years experience in education, and in that time I've taught a lot of young people, a lot of different subjects, all of whom have had different behaviours and ways of communicating what they need. So I do have quite a lot of experience. And my biggest advice or tip, I suppose, would be to say that teaching's a craft. You can't learn it all on day one. We're always learning, and we continue to learn all the way through the profession. And that's one of the greatest things about the teaching profession, is that you are always learning. And welcome to the profession.
Hi, my name's Dominique Jones. I've worked in education now for 25 years. I trained as a secondary school music teacher. I have taught and had leadership roles in 3 really differing schools, going from children in extremely challenging circumstances to real high attaining schools as well. I've taught a little bit of primary too, love that. I've been a music advisor for the ARC secondary schools. There was 19 of them when I did that, there's more now. Helping with curriculum and assessment development and co-curricular offer, kind of in Birmingham, London, Hastings, which was cool. In terms of teacher training, I've always mentored trainee students. I also ran the PGCE, music PGCE at Middlesex University for 5 years. I work currently at the Institute of Education, which is UCL now, on their music PGCE as well, but have worked with schools direct a lot, primary and secondary, music and kind of core studies, or the all subjects, kind of general stuff as well. In terms of education, I'm very much interested in thinking about how we develop positive learning environments for our children, how we can create inclusive and adaptive environments in which children can all succeed. I have also done a fair bit of work in the pastoral system, looking at coaching and mentoring and peer coaching and mentoring. So looking at children's and adolescents' wellbeing and positive mental health, and taught a level 2 qualification around that as well, which I really loved. So kind of a mixture of things, really. I have 3 children of my own. They are 17, 13 and 6, and they keep me on my toes. So yeah, that's about it, I think. I look forward to meeting you. Bye.
Hi, I'm Nicole. I am a social sciences teacher. I've been teaching for the last 8 years. I'm currently working in across a couple of virtual schools, teaching economics, sociology and business studies at A-level. But my journey started out kind of teaching sociology, mainly at A-level, and then a bit of humanities kind of to Key Stage 3 and RE to GCSE. I then was head of department, head of sociology and economics at a different school in London before leaving just after the pandemic. When I completed my master's in social justice and education at the IOE in London. I've been working with Grad to Teach for the last couple of years, and I've supported trainees working across primary and secondary in a range of subjects. I really do enjoy kind of getting to read your lesson plans and offering you some feedback and really thinking about kind of how to help you implement the fundamentals of teaching at this important stage of your career. So I'm looking forward to working with you.
Hi, my name is Steve. I am a Grad to Teach trainee and I started in September of this year. This was not the first time that I have actually been in a school training to teach. I was actually training a few years ago. Unfortunately, due to a medical mishap, I found myself requiring a heart transplant and unfortunately suffered a stroke during said procedure. That pretty much, I thought, put pay to my ever becoming a teacher again. I went through my recovery, which took a couple of years. However, I couldn't get the teaching bug out of my brain. So about 7 months ago, I contacted Grad to Teach. I explained my situation, both my prior experience, how long I had been training for, and also my medical condition, which obviously is a little life limiting and does prove to be problematic from time to time. They have been extremely supportive. I cannot thank them enough. I now feel further in my training than I ever felt before. I feel confident. The support that I have received has been absolutely fantastic. I cannot recommend Grad to Teach enough. If somebody who's been through what I have been through is still able to get back into a classroom and stand in front of a classroom full of teenagers and still deliver a successful lesson, it's completely 100% thanks to Grad to Teach. If you are interested in becoming a teacher, contact them as soon as you can. Steve out.
Hi, I'm Shania. I'm an English teacher and I completed my training through Grad to Teach. I graduated in sort of Christmas 2023. So I'm now in my, I'm sort of halfway through my first ECT year. And I'm so glad that I did this whole process through Grad to Teach. The support that I received was absolutely incredible, absolutely second to none. If there was ever an issue, if I had any questions, there was always someone on the other end of the phone who could answer those questions and just provide support. The subject knowledge that they all have and the knowledge that they have of the training course is just absolutely insane. There genuinely, I don't think, wasn't a moment where, you know, one of my questions or queries couldn't be answered or they had to go away and check something. Like they were on it and they absolutely knew what they were doing. And they were always there as well if I just kind of had a rubbish day and I just needed to rant. And I needed to rant to someone who has been there, who has been through it, who's had that experience and who could just reassure me and make me feel a little bit sane. They were absolutely there for that as well. I genuinely do not know how I would have gotten through my teacher training without them. I don't know who would have listened to those rants. I don't know who would have answered those questions that I had. They were just amazing. I cannot fault the process whatsoever.
I just want to say thank you to the Grad to Teach teaching and learning team for all the effort they've put in place, most especially the face-to-face training that took place at Peterborough. I learned a lot there and I've been applying it to amazing results.
Hi, I'm Summer Mace and I currently am training with Grad to Teach. I so far have been absolutely loving this course. It's been really accessible. I feel like I've been able to manage it within my heavy timetable, and it is a great way to get you ready and to help you go through a salaried PGCE. It's really beneficial being able to be on a salary whilst doing your training, also getting that first-hand experience. The course sets you up to get ready for the workload that you would get when you're on a PGCE. The support I have had from Grad to Teach has been absolutely amazing. Anytime I send an email, I get a reply really quickly. I don't feel like I could ask a stupid question because every question is answered with great information back, and also it's taken seriously. The team are absolutely lovely. Even with their in-training day, like in-person training, I had such a good day. I learned so much from the staff, the teaching and learning team, and I know that I feel comfortable to always get in touch if I need any support or any help at all.
It's always been my passion to teach, especially to teach technology and show kids who are particularly in their formative stage how to use technology the right way and develop the problem-solving skills required to make it in life. It's always rewarding to see people give you practical strategies to do your work, and that is what I've gained from Grad to Teach. They don't just show you theories on pedagogy, they give you practical strategies that work, things that I try out every day in my lessons, and they work. Things like the phrases to use when you want to calm the students, the phrases to use where you want their attention, the strategies that can work for different behavior management, from how to write lesson objectives to give students a sense of accomplishment each time they sit in your class to learn, how to model, how to break down lessons. So many experiences with Grad to Teach. Like I said, practical strategies that really work, and I am grateful to Grad to Teach for the opportunity to learn under their experienced leadership.